Eala launches Grand Slam bid vs Dangerous Parks. The moment of truth has finally arrived for Filipina tennis sensation Alex Eala as she battles a dangerous foe in world number 100 Alicia Parks of the United States in the opening round of the Australian Open main draw on Monday morning at Court 6 of Melbourne Park. The 20-year-old Eala is expected to show up in her 9:40 a.m. match oozing with momentum after climbing to her career-best ranking of number 49, with a Southeast Asian Games gold medal hanging around her neck. She also capped her Australian Open build-up with a title in the Kuyong Classic and the prestigious Co-Athletes of the Year honor, with Olympic double gold medalist Carlos Yulo of gymnastics from the Philippine Sports Writers Association, giving her a huge morale boost heading into one of the four most important tournaments in professional tennis paramusical competition tickets. Eala's best Grand Slam performance came when she defeated world number 14 Clara Tauson of Denmark in the opening round of the US Open in September last year. Should she beat the 25-year-old Parks, she would match that feat while putting herself in position to achieve her best Grand Slam finish ever, a feat no Filipina netter has accomplished. Eala knows what's in store for her, but instead of getting intimidated, she feels pumped up and ready to embrace both the challenge and the pressure. "I feel great. I'm actually super excited," said Eala, who had a forgettable journey in the Australian Open last year after falling to Jana Fett of Croatia, 5-7, 2-6, in the qualifying round. Now that her ranking has soared into the top 50, Eala no longer has to undergo the qualifiers and can focus on competing in the main draw. Coming in as a main draw player gives a different vibe, especially with the struggles I've had in the past getting here. I'm super excited and coming in full force. But the 25-year-old Parks will not be an easy foe. The 6'1" netter from Georgia has what it takes to pull off an upset. In the previous edition of the Australian Open, she posted wins over Sara Bejlek of the Czech Republic and Leylah Fernandez of Canada, before bowing to fellow American Coco Gauff in the third round. She also reached the second round of the French Open and Wimbledon before making an early exit in the US Open last year. Her career-best ranking is number 40, achieved after winning the Lyon Open in 2023. Parks is also known as a heavy hitter, sharing the record for the fastest female serve in history with Venus Williams at 129 miles per hour. Eala, however, remains defiant. While she aims to perform at her best, she noted that an early exit would still assure her of $5.9 million, while giving her a chance to retain home for the Philippine Women's Open at the newly refurbished Rizal Memorial Tennis Center from 26 to the 31st of January. The Filipina stressed that while she is confident, she is also managing expectations given the depth of competition at the Australian Open. She has been playing non-stop against other Women's Tennis Association players at Melbourne Park to build momentum ahead of the season's first Grand Slam. It was great for confidence and to get matches in. It always helps before Grand Slams. I'm confident with how I'm playing, but that doesn't mean the matches won't be tough here. I'm ready for anything, said Eala, who also made a semifinal run in the Auckland Open before beating Donna Vekic of Croatia to win the Kuyong Classic. Observers also spotted her trading shots with world number 3 Coco Gauff, her former partner in the Italian Open, as well as fellow Southeast Asian Menenchaya Sawangkayu of Thailand, who will launch her Australian Open bid against Emma Raducanu of Great Britain. There are a lot of Filipinos in this part of the world, but the turnout this year has grown significantly compared to past years. I'm really happy to see the environment. People are excited when I'm on court, and it makes me feel very welcome, Eala said. The stadium lights hum with a low electricity, the kind that tingles in the wrists before first serve. Somewhere beyond the concrete and steel, the world is still ordinary. Cars idle, coffee cools, conversations drift. But inside this arena, time narrows to a rectangle of blue court and two figures walking toward destiny from opposite baselines. Alexandra Eala pauses at the back fence, eyes lifting once, just once, to the tiers above. She is young, yes, but not unseasoned. Youth in her game does not mean fragility. It means elasticity, of mind, of body, of belief. This is where her Grand Slam bid begins, not as a headline or a prophecy, but as a test. Across the net waits Alicia Parks, dangerous in the way thunderstorms are dangerous, powerful, sudden, and capable of rewriting the forecast in a single flash. The crowd senses it. You can feel the murmurs sharpen, curiosity turning to anticipation. This is not a polite first-round encounter meant to pass the time. This is contrast tennis, a collision of philosophies. Eala's tennis is built like a story that knows where it wants to go. Each rally is a paragraph, each change of direction a comma, each perfectly timed drop shot a whispered aside to the reader. She constructs points patiently, pulling opponents into exchanges that demand thought as much as muscle. Her left-handed forehand curves like an invitation and a warning all at once. Parks, on the other hand, writes in exclamation points. His serve cracks the air with the sound of something splitting. It is not just fast, it is assertive, a declaration that this court belongs to power. When Parks steps inside the baseline, rallies don't unfold, they detonate. She plays tennis the way some fighters throw punches, not to probe, but to finish. The umpire calls time. Eala bounces the ball, once, twice, a ritual as old as the sport itself. This is her moment to step into the long lineage of players who dared to believe that a Grand Slam run is not reserved for favorites alone. For her, the bid is not arrogance, it is intention. The first game announces Parks immediately. 2 serves, unreturned. A forehand winner that leaves a vapor trail. A roar from her corner. The message is unmistakable. Survive, or be swept away. Eala survives. She blocks a return deep. She absorbs pace like a shoreline absorbs waves, redirecting energy rather than resisting it. On the longest rally of the match so far, Parks unloads again and again, each shot heavier than the last, until Eala changes direction with a flick, opening space where none seemed possible. Parks arrives late. The point is over. It is a small victory, almost invisible on the scoreboard, but massive in the mind. This is how Grand Slam campaigns are born, not in dominance, but in defiance. As the set unfolds, the match becomes a dialogue. Parks speaks loudly, Eala listens carefully. When Parks goes big and misses, Eala does not celebrate. She files the information away. When Parks strings together winners, Eala does not panic. She extends rallies, asks questions, forces Parks to answer again and again.